Welcome to Critical Political History, where we talk about critical political history. Today, I'm going to tell you why Andrew Jackson is the real Iron Man. As many of you probably know, Andrew Jackson was a pretty tough fella. He is well known for his many duels and that one time he beat an assassin with his cane. While all of these would be interesting to talk about, there are two incidents in particular I'm going to focus on that left a lasting impact on Jackson. The first incident came in 1806 after a Nashville man named Charles Dickinson was caught talking smack about Andrew Jackson's wife. Andrew Jackson wasn't about to let this guy say that about his wife, so he challenged him to a duel. The duel took place on a riverbank 40 miles away from Nashville. Dickinson was known as the better duelist, so understandably, when fire was proclaimed, Dickinson got the first shot off. The bullet barely missed Jackson's heart, and while clenching his chest in pain with one hand about to die, Jackson raised his other hand with the pistol and shot Dickinson dead. Even though Jackson was in immense pain, apparently the pain of embarrassment was stronger because he didn't want Dickinson's friends to know how badly he was hurt, so he got on his horse and rode the 40 miles back to Nashville. He should have been beyond dead at this point, but once he got to the hospital, Jackson found out the wound was much worse than he initially thought. They discovered that the bullet had shattered many of his ribs and had embedded itself into his lung. However, the bullet was still too close to his heart to operate on, so it stayed in his chest until the day he died. If you aren't convinced that Andrew Jackson is a literal deity, I have another story that might change your opinion. In 1813, Jackson got into a gunfight with the Benton brothers and was shot in the left shoulder with a slug and ball. Jackson began to bleed profusely and even bled through 2 mattresses at the Nashville Inn. It seemed the only option was amputation, but Jackson said, "I'll keep my arm," right before he fell unconscious. It was 3 weeks before Jackson could leave his bed, but his arm was never amputated. Unlike the other bullet, this one was removed, but it wasn't until many years after the incident. In 1832, the Navy Chief's Bureau of Medicine came to the White House to tend to Jackson's arm wound that was causing him growing pain. Jackson gave the go-ahead, and the Navy Chief squeezed a bullet out of his arm with no anesthesia. After watching this video, now you understand why Andrew Jackson should have received the nickname Man of Steel long before Joseph Stalin gave it to himself. This has been Critical Political History, and remember to never get in a fight with Andrew Jackson because you won't win, I promise you.